Good evening, guys. Thanks for joining me tonight. I hope you're all holding up okay as we head into a new lockdown today. um, I thought for this evening session, seeing as how we are all tucking ourselves away and getting all cozy at home because we can't go out, I thought I would make this session focus on that idea of almost like hibernating, of kind of cozying up at home. Good evening, Dawn. Good evening, Karen. Thanks for joining me. We're going to really focus on sort of like shutting out the outside world and just bringing our focus inwards. And we actually have a name for that in yoga. It's called the Umpada Drishti, or the inward gaze. And it's all about taking the time to bring your awareness inwards, to bring your focus inwards. So that it doesn't matter whatever's going on in the outside world, whatever's going on around you, we can just focus inwards and we can really relax and concentrate and take that time for ourselves. So for any of you who are new to the group this month, I know we've got a few new members this month, welcome. Just want to quickly explain this class on a Thursday evening. It's called Flow to Yoga, and it's a nice relaxing and restorative class. So it's all mat based, so we don't really stand up at all. It's just lying and sitting down. It's just lots of nice stretching and twisting as we ease away those aches and pains and just kind of start to prepare our bodies for sleep. So a lot of people like to bring in pillows and cushions and blankets and things to use to help themselves get more comfortable. So please feel free to bring in anything that makes you feel more comfy this evening. So we do that for about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and then we have a nice extended relaxation at the end. So this evening we're going to be doing something which is called a yoga nidra, which is a yogic sleep. So it's a really nice deep relaxation to help you drift off. And apparently a yogic sleep is the equivalent to 3 times the amount of normal sleep. So if we do 20 minutes of yoga nidra, it's the same as getting an hour of normal sleep in terms of the benefits for your mind and your body. So definitely one to look forward to tonight. So we're going to begin seated. So get yourselves into a nice comfortable seated position and we'll start. So I'm going to sit down cross-legged, but I want you to just sit whichever way is most comfortable for you. Remember, you can use pillows and cushions and things to get yourself more comfortable. I've also got a yoga block. If any of you have got these, they're quite good for sitting on. If you've got particularly tight or uncomfortable hips, that can make you a little bit more comfy as well. So just get nice and comfortable. Sitting up nice and tall though, so make sure that you've got a nice straight spine. You're lifting up from the crown of your head and you're relaxing your shoulders back and down. So if it feels okay for you to close your eyes now, you might want to do that, or just soften your gaze, just look down to the floor if that feels better for you. And we're going to spend a few minutes now beginning to slow down and switch off, bringing our focus inwards, the Umpada Drishti. So just begin to focus in on your breathing. So don't try to change your breath just yet. Just breathe normally, breathe naturally, but bring your focus to it. So just notice how it feels as you breathe in and breathe out. I want you to be aware of everything that's going on around you. So you might be able to hear some noises. Maybe you can hear some fireworks going off outside. I can hear a few outside here. And that's fine. Just be aware of those noises that might be going on around you. And then we're going to slowly begin to bring our awareness inwards. So just bring your focus closer and closer in towards you. So just allow those noises and those things that are going on outside to just be, okay? Just allow them to be part of the background noise, but we're not going to focus on them too much. We're going to draw our focus closer in, so drawing it into the room with you now. And then closer in again, so your focus is just on your breath. Now we're going to begin to breathe in and out through the nose, if it feels all right for you to do so. Just taking lovely, slow, deep breaths in and out through the nose. So breathing through the nose naturally filters the breath. It allows the breath to naturally slow down. So we're going to take a few more of these lovely slow deep breaths in and out through the nose. Just using the breath to hold all of your focus and all of your attention. Becoming aware of the sensations as the air goes in through your nostrils, draws down into your chest, even more deeply down into your belly, and then as you exhale, that air comes right back out. So really focusing on that. Don't focus on anything else that's going on. Just focus on the breath. Use that as your focus point. It's going to keep your mind nice and still and nice and quiet. So you might find that normally your mind is quite busy. There are a lot of thoughts whizzing around in there, a lot of chatter going on. So we use this time now at the beginning of the class just to give those thoughts and feelings and all that chatter permission just to leave us for a bit of time now. So we're going to allow all of that stuff going on in our mind just to drift away. And we can use the breath to help us do that. So every time you breathe in, that nice, slow, deep breath, imagine you're breathing in a sense of calm and peace, and it's traveling all the way through your body and all the way through your mind as well. And every time you breathe out, imagine that you're breathing away some of those thoughts and feelings, some of those things that are not serving you purpose right now. They're just going to float away on the out breath, drifting away. And every time you breathe out, a few more of those things are going to leave your mind until eventually your mind will be nice and quiet and calm, and all that's left is that lovely sense of peace and serenity. So we'll take a few more of these breaths, focusing on inhaling peace and calm, and exhaling everything that doesn't serve us purpose right now. Keeping that focus inwards, keeping it nice and small, nice and focused. One more lovely deep breath in and out like this. And then if you want to, open your eyes, but feel free to keep your eyes closed if it feels nice for you as well, if you're in the zone. So we're just going to begin moving our body now. So let's start by warming up our neck. We're going to do some big circles with our head. So begin by dropping your chin down to your chest. And then we're going to take the right ear across to the right shoulder. Now, if it feels okay to do so, you can do a full circle. You can take your head all the way back. If that feels too much on your neck, you can just do a half circle. So just take the head as far as the shoulder and then drop it back down and take it the other way. So either doing those big full circles or just a half circle, whatever feels best for you. But whichever way you're doing it, make sure you take it really slowly. There's no hurry when it comes to stretching out the neck. We want to really feel into any tension there. Just letting it all go. You might feel some little cracks and pops going on, and that's absolutely fine. As long as there's no pain, then it's just the tension releasing and letting go. If at any point you do feel any sharp pains, that's usually your body's way of telling you that it's not up for that particular stretch right now. So just gently come out of it. Just listen to your body and just go with whatever feels right for you. So if you are doing those full circles, let's change the direction now, taking your head around the other way. If you're doing the half circles, just continue taking your head from right to left. Nice and slow. Letting go of that tension. Just reminding your shoulders to relax here. So if you find that they've crept up a little bit towards your ears, just relax them down. Mind your jaw to relax as well. We hold a lot of tension in our jaw, so just let it soften and release. And then when you're ready, bring your head back up Sitting up nice and straight and tall once more. And we're going to roll the shoulders. So inhale and roll them up towards your ears. Exhale to roll them back down. And again, nice big circle. Roll those shoulders all the way back and down. So just move with the breath. Inhaling to lift, exhaling to lower. Just loosening off those shoulders and starting to create a bit of space in our chest as well as we draw the shoulders back. One more circle like this. And then we change the direction, take the circles forward. Really just hunch those shoulders over, relaxing across your neck and your back. Last one. And then curl yourself back up, sitting up nice and tall once again. Okay, we're going to take our hands and just place them on the floor just behind you and out to the sides a little bit. And then lean back into your hands. So what I want you to do is pinch your shoulder blades back together. So you feel it opening up across your chest. So a nice stretch there across the front of the shoulders. You might want to drop your head back if it feels all right for you to do so. Then you can do that, but you don't have to. You can keep your head lifted if that feels nicer. We're just feeling that lovely stretch across the shoulders, that pinch into the back of the shoulder blades as well. Take a deep breath in and out here, breathing into all that space across your chest. And then slowly release. Bring the hands back to your lap. So the counter stretch to that, then we're going to stretch across the back of the shoulders by giving ourselves a nice big hug. So inhale, take your arms out nice and wide in preparation. Really spread your fingers out wide, reach those arms out and take them back slightly as well. So we just pinch the shoulder blades back once more. And then as you exhale, bring them forward, cross the right hand on top of the left, and reach those fingers around behind the back of your shoulders to give yourself a nice hug. So just creep those fingertips round and then relax your elbows down. And if you can, just relax your chin down to your chest as well. So we're getting a little stretch down the back of the neck, a big stretch across the back of the shoulders, and we're just relaxing everything down in the front. So just let everything go. Giving yourself a nice hug. Maybe you can creep the fingers a little bit further round. Just whatever feels comfortable. And then we're going to release on the next inhale. Uncurl those arms, take them out nice and wide once again. And as you exhale, we're going to give ourselves another hug. So this time the left arm's going to be on top of the right. Wrapping those fingers around behind the back of your shoulders. Relaxing your elbows down and your chin down. And enjoying the stretch. So just a slightly different stretch here, moving into the other shoulder. It might feel a little bit different on this side than the other. Sometimes our shoulders do feel a little bit uneven when it comes to tightness and tension. So keep breathing. Maybe think about directing your breath into the back of your body. So really breathing into your lungs and expanding out into the back of your rib cage. Slow, deep breaths. One more deep breath in and out. And then release. Carefully uncurl those arms. Bring them down by your sides. Okay, so we're going to come into a nice gentle twist now, a seated twist. Just a quick note, I know we've got some of my mums-to-be who have joined us this month from a pregnancy yoga course. So if you guys are doing this as well, I want you just to take a bit less of a twist. So really focusing on twisting your shoulders and your upper body rather than twisting into the abdomen. So for everybody else, I want you to take your right hand and place it on your left knee. Mums-to-be, keep it on the right knee, okay? So keeping it on the same knee. But everybody else, we're taking it to the opposite knee. And then the left hand is going to come to the floor behind you, just to keep you upright. So just propping you up, sitting up nice and tall. take a deep breath in, sit up really nice and tall, lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, slowly begin to draw yourself round into that twist. So if it feels okay on your neck, look back over the left shoulder. Draw that shoulder back, but keep sitting up nice and tall. So don't allow yourself to slump down into the twist. Keep that integrity in your spine as you gently ease that upper body round. So you should be feeling a stretch across the front of your shoulders and a pinch as that back shoulder just draws back. So we shouldn't feel any kind of stretch really in the belly or the lower back. It's just all the upper body that's twisting here. So hold it for one more breath. We're going to inhale and exhale here. And then take another deep breath in. And release it back round on the exhale, coming back to the center. And we're going to go straight across to the other side. So this time, left hand goes onto right knee. Mums to be, keep it on that same knee, remember. And the right hand comes behind you. Sit yourself up nice and tall. Take a deep breath. And when you're ready, begin to twist round, looking back over that shoulder once again. Okay, so wherever we are with this other hand, we're just gently drawing that right shoulder back. Just moving deeply into the twist, whatever feels nice for you. Feeling that pinch in your shoulders and down your back. But sitting up nice and tall. Breathing deeply in and out. Take one more deep breath in here. And release on the exhale, curl it back round, bringing it to center. Okay, final one in our seated position before we move on. We're going to deep breath in, sit up nice and tall. And as you exhale, bring your fingertips down to the floor in front of you and slowly start to walk them out, coming into a nice forward fold. So just come forward as far as feels right for you. So you'll know where you reach the point where you don't want to come forward anymore. So it might be that you begin to feel a tightness in your hips. It might be that you start to feel a tightness in your back. So whenever your body tells you that it's reached its edge, its point, where you're getting the most benefit from the stretch, that's where you want to hold it. So allow your head to relax down. Let's let go of any tension in the neck. Relaxing your jaw. Softening all the muscles in your face as well. Just allow your upper body to completely relax down here. Just gently folding forward. Holding it for a couple of breaths. Allowing everything to let go. And maintaining your focus on that breath. So not allowing any thoughts to creep in. Just keeping your mind nice and calm and quiet. And then as you inhale, we're going to slide the hands back in towards us and curl the spine up. Once again, sitting up nice and tall. Okay, we're going to come into our tabletop position now. So coming onto your hands and knees. So take the time to get yourself nice and comfortable in this position. If you've got any pain or discomfort in your knees or your wrists, you can roll over the edge of your mat to double it up. Or if you've got any blankets or cushions or anything to give yourself a bit of extra padding, then you can do that. Just get yourself nice and comfortable with the wrists underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. And we're going to move through our cat-cow stretch. So all we do here is moving with the breath. As you inhale, tilt your tailbone up towards the ceiling and allow your belly to gently drop down towards the floor. Lift your chest forward and gently lift your gaze up as well. And on the exhale, tuck your tailbone under, arch your back up. So draw your belly button up towards your spine, round through your shoulders and relax your head down. Back to the inhale, tilt the tailbone up, drop your belly down, chest comes forward, head lifts up. And exhale, tuck the tailbone under, arching up through that back and shoulders, head comes down. Lovely, just continue now, moving between those two poses, going with your own breath. So don't try to keep up with my pace. We've all got different lung capacity. We all breathe at a different pace. So just move with your own breath. Inhaling to lift the tailbone up, drop the belly, lift the gaze. And exhaling to tuck the tailbone under, arching up that back and relax the head down. So we're going to do 3 more of these. Take it nice and slow. Remember, you're trying to make your breath as slow and deep as possible. So you want these movements to mirror that lovely slow breath. So 2 more. Inhales and exhales. And then when you've finished, just come back to a nice flat back once again. And we're going to take our hands forward slightly, so keeping your knees and your hips where they are. Just slide your hands forward and just allow your chest to sink down towards the floor. So this is quite a big stretch across the back of your shoulders. So just come down to wherever feels okay for you. We're just going to hold it for a breath or two, just to get that nice deep stretch in the shoulders. Keeping those hips nice and high. We're just sinking our chest, sinking our heart down towards the floor. And then slowly bring yourself back up, walking those hands in towards you. And then we're going to bring our big toes together so they're just gently touching. And take the knees nice and wide apart. So take those knees right out to the edges of your mat. And then sit your hips back to your heels. And allow your upper body to rest forward into child's pose. Now, if it feels more comfortable for you, you can bring your pillows and your cushions and things in to rest the upper body on. So I've got my Christmas pillows out. I'm not making any apologies for that. So I'm going to rest my upper body down on them. So you just gently put them in between your knees and allow your upper body to completely melt down. Just resting your head, allowing the pillows and the cushions to take all of your weight. Now don't worry if you haven't got any cushions or pillows. You can, of course, do this without them. Just resting your head down either on the floor or by making a little pillow with your fists or your hands. So whatever feels nicest for you right now. We're just going to hold it here for a few breaths. So just allowing your hips to sink down towards your heels. Feeling your spine lengthening all the way from your tailbone up to the crown of your head. Feel your shoulders spreading wide across your back. And just allow your arms to be heavy now, completely relaxed, not holding on to any tension. Somebody's singing outside my house. I'm really sorry if you can hear it. But I'm trying to draw my gaze inwards. I'm not focusing on what's going on outside. So just allow your jaw to soften and relax, relaxing the muscles in your face. Just let everything go. Bring that focus to your breath once again. Inhaling and exhaling slowly and deeply through your nose. Allowing everything to soften and relax. And then we're going to slowly uncurl, sitting ourselves back up once again, as nice as it is, resting on those pillows. You might not want to get up, but just bring yourself to sit up. And we're going to come to lie down on our back now. So just let yourself lie down, resting completely. Mums to be, if you're joining us, you might want to use your pillows or your cushions underneath your back, just to make sure that your heart is lifted up, but you're fine to rest like this as well for a short time. But everybody else just lying flat on your back with the knees bent. So take your time and get yourself into a comfortable position here. So you want to make sure that your lower back feels nice and comfy. So in order to do that, just wiggle your hips a little bit Tilt your pelvis forward and backwards until you get into that position where your lower back feels nice, like it's in its most natural position there. Now our knees are just bent, feet are hip width apart, and we're just going to allow the knees to rest in against each other as we bring our focus back to our breath once more. So just take one hand and rest it on your chest, and the other hand rest it on your belly. Close your eyes if it feels okay to do so, and bring your awareness to the breath once again. So noticing the sensations as you inhale and exhale. Noticing as your chest and your belly gently rise and fall with each breath. Using this to bring the focus back once again. We're focusing with our inner gaze. Switching off from everything that's going on in the outside world. Okay, now we're going to slowly bring the knees in towards the chest if it feels okay for you to do so. So bringing them in, either just gently resting your hands on top of your knees, or if you want to, if it feels okay, you can hug them in nice and close towards you, maybe even wrapping the arms around those knees. And it might feel nice to rock a little bit here, massaging your lower back down into the mat. Okay, so just gently resting your hands onto your knees. We're going to do some hip circles here. So all we're going to do is just move our knees in time with our breath. So as you inhale, we're going to take the knees out. Keep your toes together though. And as you exhale, we draw them back round in a big circle. Bring them back together and hug them in. So inhaling to open those knees. Draw them round in a big circle. Exhaling to bring them back together. So just keep those big toes gently touching, and we're moving these knees in a circular motion, kind of like maybe like a swimming motion, or maybe like a frog, some people say. But we're just gently opening those hips out, mobilizing into the hip joint. And then change the direction. So this time we're going to push the knees away from us and then open them, draw them round and back. That's it. And we'll do this a few times. Just really gently feeling the hips and the lower back pressing down into the floor with this little movement. One more circle. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to take our knees a little bit wider now so that we can reach our hands down the inside of our legs. And then if you can, I want you to take hold of your feet. So either holding onto the outside edges of your feet, or if you can't reach that far, you could hold onto your ankles or your shins, just anywhere that you can just hold those hands onto the legs or the feet. And then just draw the feet upwards so that the soles of your feet lift up towards the ceiling. Your knees are just coming to either side of your body. So take those knees out nice and wide, lifting the soles of the feet up into happy baby pose. So some people find it quite nice to rock from side to side in this pose. So just whatever feels nice for you. What you should be feeling here is a pinching sensation in the inside of your hips. So it's the hip joints opening up and releasing. So we're going to hold it for a few breaths if it feels comfortable for you. If it feels too much at any point, you can just bring the feet together and then lift them back up, and that should just ease off a little bit of that pressure. So it's really important when we are stretching into our hip joints that we hold the poses for a little while, because the hips can be very tight and very tense. We actually store most of our tension in our hip joints, even more than we store in our neck and our shoulders. So it's really key that we open them up, we release that tension, and we hold it for a few breaths at least, just to give them a chance to release and let go. So when you're ready, we're going to bring the feet back together and then gently bring the knees back together as well. And we'll place those feet back down on the floor. Shuffle them a little bit further away from you and then take them a bit wider apart. So this time about the width of the mat or just a little bit wider than your hip width. Relax your hands down by your sides. And we're going to allow our knees to move from side to side like windscreen wipers. So first of all, letting them both fall over to the right. And then as you inhale, float them back to the center. And take them straight over to the left. So just moving with your breath, inhaling to lift them up through the center, exhaling to let them fall over. Now you can take those legs as far over as you want to, or you can just make this a really small movement. So just listen to your body and see what feels nice. You'll be feeling a little bit of a stretch down one side of your body, over the outside of the hip joint. So just go with whatever feels nice for you. Breathing slowly and deeply and moving those legs in time with your breath. Just going to go once more to each side. And then bring them back to the center. So walk the feet in a little bit closer. So this time we want them to be hip width apart and nice and close in towards your hips. Toes are facing forward. Allow your hands to rest down by your sides with the palms facing down. Now we're going to slowly begin to lift our hips up and lower them, moving with the breath. But at first, I want you to just lift them up like an inch, just a tiny amount from the floor. So as you breathe in, push down into your heels and gently begin to lift those hips. And then as you breathe out, lower them back down. So only the smallest movement there. You might not even be able to see it, but you will feel that adjustment as your pelvis gently tilts. Your tailbone just lifts an inch away from the floor and then lowers once again, relaxing all the way down. So we're just going to keep doing this, keep moving with the breath. Inhaling to lift and exhaling to lower. Now after a few breaths, you might find that you want to take the hips a little bit higher. You don't need to, but if it feels nice, you can lift them a bit higher, always remembering to lower them back down on the exhale. Now we only want to be taking them up until you get a nice straight line from your knees down to your shoulders, so like a little ski slope. We're not pushing up into a bridge pose. We're just taking it nice and gently this evening. So keep moving slowly, going in your own time with your own breath. Gently pushing down into the heels. Reminding your knees to stay in the same direction as your toes. So make sure that they're not opening out. There will be a temptation for those knees to open out to the sides. But I want you to keep them nice and still. And we're just focusing on mobilizing that spine. Gently pushing the hips up into a rolling bridge pose. Just going to do one more. Lift and lower. Bringing those hips back down, nestling them down into the mat, making sure that your lower back is nice and comfortable. So just try pressing your lower back down into the mat a little bit more firmly now, just to get rid of that curve in the lower back, just to release any tension there. And then I want you to draw your knees back towards your chest once more. But this time, bring your hands down to rest by the sides of you. And you might even want to just tuck your hands underneath your hips. So you're just resting your lower back on the tops of your hands. And then when you're ready, I'm just going to straighten the legs and just take them up towards the ceiling. And this is all we're doing, okay? We're just letting those legs just lift up. So just bringing the feet upwards towards the ceiling naturally triggers that relaxation within our body. So having the legs raised up is a real nice shortcut to relaxation. So you can do this against a wall as well if it feels nice, just resting those legs against the wall. We're just going to hold it for a breath or two. It's also really good if you get any sort of swelling or water retention in your ankles. Just a really nice way just to allow that to drain away, especially if you've been on your feet all day. It's really nice just to get those legs up. Okay, nice and slowly and carefully bring those knees back in towards you. Bend the legs. Shuffle your hands out from underneath your bum and bring your feet down to the floor. So we're going to bring the soles of the feet together now and allow the knees to open out to the side into sleeping butterfly. So get yourself comfortable in this pose. Whatever feels best on your lower back and on your hips. You can have your feet quite far away from you, or you can have them quite close in towards your body. So again, listen to your body. See what feels best for you and go with the variation that suits you. So we're just going to allow these knees to gently open out to the side, just letting gravity do its work. And what it's doing is it's opening up the hip joints. It's a really nice passive hip opening stretch. So we're beginning to let go and release any of that tension stored in the hips. So you might want to rest your hands on your inner thighs. You might want to rest them on your belly. You might want to rest them on the floor beside you. Whatever you want to do with those arms is fine. We're just going to hold it for a few breaths here, giving those hips a bit of time to release and open up. So let's take this opportunity now to bring the focus back to the breath once again. Any thoughts that may be creeping into the mind, and it's normal, it's natural that those thoughts will begin to creep in. We're just going to acknowledge them and then send them away once again. We're not going to pay too much attention to those thoughts. We're just going to keep breathing slowly and deeply, allowing the thoughts to gently come and go. So remind your shoulders to relax down away from your ears. Remind your jaw to relax. So move your tongue away from the roof of your mouth, and that will encourage the jaw to soften, releasing tension. Relax all the muscles in your face. Just letting go. Breathing slowly and deeply. Allowing that focus to come inwards, drawing it closer in, becoming aware of the sensations in your body, switching off from the outside world. Now in a moment we're going to begin our relaxation. So I want you to take your time now and get yourself into a comfortable position to relax. So it might be that you are really relaxed in sleeping butterfly there, and that's great. You can stay like that. But also feel free to bring in your pillows and your blankets and things and get yourself nice and comfortable as we prepare for our yoga nidra. So if you've never done a yoga nidra or a guided relaxation before, you are of course free to move and change position at any time. You don't have to be completely still. You might notice that you are drifting off. Please don't be afraid of that. That's absolutely fine. Your unconscious mind will still be listening to everything I'm saying, so you'll still be getting all the benefits of the relaxation. So just allow yourself to let go and just do whatever feels most natural for you. I just want you to completely relax. Let yourself be nice and calm and comfortable. So whatever position you're in right now, I want you to allow yourself to be supported and comfortable. Make sure you're warm enough and that your position is one that you will be comfortable in for the duration of the practice. But remember that you're free to move and change position at any time. Allow your eyes to close and keep them closed until the practice has ended. The practice of Yoga Nidra is a practice of yogic sleep that will guide you into a state of consciousness somewhere between wakefulness and sleeping. Just focus in on the sound of my voice. You will be asked to move your awareness to various bodily sensations, emotions, and images. During this meditation, please use and absorb what you need in the moment and leave the rest behind. If your mind becomes overactive with thoughts and worries, just come back to the sound of my voice. Become aware now of any sounds that you can hear in this moment. Begin to focus on the most distant sounds that you can hear. Let your sense of hearing radiate outwards, searching out these distant sounds and following them for a few moments. Move your attention from sound to sound without labeling the source. Gradually bring your attention to closer sounds, sounds inside the room with you. Without opening your eyes, visualize the four walls of the room, the ceiling, the floor, your body lying or sitting wherever you are. Become aware of your natural breath. Become aware of your natural and spontaneous breath that moves in and out of your body without any effort. The natural breath flows in through both nostrils. Notice the feeling of the breath as it comes in and out. There is a sense of coolness as you inhale the breath. Follow this feeling into your nose, the back of your throat, all the way down into your lungs. There is a sense of warmth as you exhale the breath. Feel this warmth on your upper lip as you breathe out. The natural breath flows through both nostrils during the inhale and the exhale, allow your breath to become longer and slower. Take a long, slow inhalation, followed by a longer, slower exhalation. Make your exhale even slower. Notice the slight pause after you exhale. Slow inhale, even slower exhale, and pause. Continue now to breathe in this way. Allow your breath to become more natural, breathing easily, releasing any control over the way that you inhale or exhale. Let your body breathe all by itself. We will now begin a journey of sensory awareness through your body. You will move your awareness to different parts of your body as soon as you hear them named. As I name each body part in turn, allow it to completely relax. We will begin on the right side of your body, starting with your right hand thumb, your second finger, third finger, fourth finger, and fifth. Relaxing the palm of your hand, the back of your hand, your wrist, forearm, elbow. Relaxing your upper arm, your shoulder, your armpit. Relaxing your waist, your hip, your right thigh, knee, calf, ankle, your right heel, the sole of your foot, the top of your foot, your right big toe, your second toe, third toe, fourth and fifth. Moving now to relax the left side of your body. Relaxing your left hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth and fifth. The palm of your left hand, the back of your hand. Relaxing your wrist, your forearm, your elbow, your upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist. Relaxing your left hip, your thigh, knee, calf. Relax your ankle, your heel, sole of the foot and the top of the foot, your left big toe, your second toe, third toe, fourth and fifth. Now move to the back of your body, relaxing your right heel and your left heel. your right calf and your left calf, your right thigh and your left, right glute and left glute, lower back, middle back and upper back, relaxing your entire spine, your right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, the back of your neck and the back of your head all relax. Relaxing the top of your head, your forehead, your right ear and your left ear, your right eyebrow, your left eyebrow, the point in between your eyebrows. Relaxing your right eye and your left, your nose, your right cheek and your left cheek, your upper lip, your lower lip, your chin, your jaw and your throat. Relax your right collarbone and your left collarbone, the right side of your chest and the left side of your chest, your upper abdomen, your lower abdomen, the muscles in your pelvic floor. Relax the whole of your right leg, the whole of your left leg, your whole right arm, your whole left arm. Relax your whole face, your whole head, your whole torso, your whole body. Now imagine your whole body becoming light, as though your body could float away from the floor and up towards the ceiling. Your head is light and weightless. Your limbs are light and weightless. Your torso is light and weightless. And you are rising higher and higher away from the floor. Now imagine your body becoming heavy. Feel the heaviness in all parts of your body. Each part is becoming heavier and heavier and heavier. Your head is heavy. Your limbs are heavy. Your torso is heavy. So heavy that it is sinking down into the floor. I want you now to awaken the experience of cold in your body. Imagine being outside in winter without enough clothing on. You feel the chill permeating your entire body. Now, allow the sensation of warmth to spread through your entire body. Remember the feeling of heat in the summer when you are out in the sun with no shade. You feel heat radiating onto your skin, warming you up through your whole body. Finally, I want you to recollect the experience of anxiety, intense anxiety and worry. Feel the stress in your mind and body, but do not concentrate on its source. Just experience the anxiety as clearly as you can. Now allow the feeling of complete calm to surround you. Manifest the experience of calm in your entire mind, body, and emotions. You are relaxed and aware. You are completely calm. Come back to the feeling of your breath flowing in and out of your nostrils. Maintain your awareness of breath, and at the same time develop your awareness of your physical body. Your body is relaxed and lying or sitting down wherever you've chosen. Feel your skin and the clothes and the props that are touching you, pillows, cushions, blankets. Notice the heaviness of your body as it rests on the floor, and take your awareness into all of the points that are touching the floor. Maybe the back of your heels, your thighs, your shoulder blades, maybe your arms, hands, and head. Do not open your eyes just yet, but instead visualize the surrounding room. Imagine where you are in the room and the other objects that are around you. Lie quietly until you feel ready to move. Start by slowly moving your hands and feet, wiggling your fingers and toes. Take your time. There is no hurry. Just allow yourself to gently roll over onto one side if you're lying on your back, and carefully bring yourself into a seated position once again, slowly opening your eyes as you do so. Just allow yourself to adjust to the light once again. Sit yourself up nice and tall, and we'll finish as we always do with one final deep breath in. So as you inhale, bring your arms up and over your head. Bring your palms together. And as you exhale, bring your hands down in front of you, holding them just in front of your heart. Now tuck your chin down to your chest and bow down to honour your practice and that of everybody else who's joined us here this evening. Namaste everybody. Thank you very much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the practice tonight, and I hope you all have a lovely restful evening and a good sleep tonight. So join me again on Saturday morning, where we'll be having a nice beginners yoga practice. So yeah, I hope you have a nice couple of days until then, and hopefully I'll see you soon.